The horse is tiptoeing because he's not comfortable landing on the back of the foot.
Yeah.
So we need first to develop the back of the foot, get him on a wide, strong, healthy frog. Once he's going to be comfortable doing that, he's going to stop, and it might take a while, landing on the toe. So he's going to stop using his sole for both reception and propulsion. He's going to use his sole and toe only for propulsion. Once he does that, the sole, over time, should grow little by little, thicker and thicker. And then we've got two pads, but always start with the back of the foot. When you have an unhealthy frog that the horse is not comfortable to walk on, the horse, as a natural mechanism, is going to develop fairly high heels to protect the pain that he has landing on that frog.
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing you think is, like, well, I want to stimulate that frog. By stimulating, I'm going to rebuild it. So I'm going to whack these heels all the way down, force the stimulation, and then we're going to see some changes. Well, no. Because the horse is going to be in so much pain, not like using that frog that is not ready for action, that he's going to compensate and keep landing on his toe. There has been cases of the bone going through the sole, and the horse is still landing on the sole because the frog is so painful. So he'll always prefer to land on the sole if there is any discomfort at the back of the foot. So that's why we need to stimulate that frog, it's true, but gradually. So I will probably remove some of the heels if there is excess growth, something that I can see very soon is going to actually break by itself. But then I'm going to leave some material to maximize the comfort so the horse can start using the back of his foot. And then you bring him on the road.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So then he does one thing that I can do as a trimmer, which is remove material. So he's going to cut his nail short and maintain it short. And he's going to do a second thing that there's no way I can do as a trimmer, which is to stimulate these parts and rebuild them. I can't add material. I can only remove it.
Yeah.
That's why before being a trimmer, you have to be a lever. So you have to know what to leave on the foot before knowing what you remove from the foot. And on top of that, to stimulate the back of the foot, that's our fourth rule, you keep the toe nice and short. So your horse is not walking with swim fin where he can only do short strides. He's actually encouraged very gradually, with as much comfort on the back of the foot, to extend his stride. And when he does that, little by little, we want to maximize the stimulation of the back of the foot, and then you're going to start to see some changes here. Basically, if you have exercises for the horse that will allow him to stretch further forward, to lengthen his stride, then he's going to start hitting the ground more with the back of the foot if he's comfortable, and then you're going to develop that back of the foot. The horse is not going to land off the back of the foot if he's not comfortable on it. So you have horses that are used for years and years and years to land on the toe. You actually rehab their frog, so they should be comfortable, but they're in the habit of landing on the toe. They have not only to figure out, okay, well, this is actually comfortable now, but they have to get into the habit of, okay, I can actually use the back of my foot. That means the foot itself. That means the whole chain of tendons. So if I was stiff, it was going to be hard for him to do anything else but landing flat or tiptoeing.